Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football.
Turning it on! And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Looking to throw on first down. Just trying to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determining whether this team gets in the playoff.
This quarterback part of their running game. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense. Spread them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll be watching this matchup on the outside closely today, David, to see if this guy can get anything done one-on-one against one of the best corners in the game.
Well, and this corner really can shut down half the field, and that's a big problem. This offense, they really need to win this matchup. They need their wide receiver to beat that defensive back, and I don't know if that's possible. He's just so good and so consistent. Palmer, you tell me how you're going to win this matchup.
Well, you're not going to win it every play, that's for sure. You can't avoid that side of the field the entire game. I think it's just going to come down to this offense in the critical down and distances when there's a third down and the coverage dictates that you've got to throw it against him. That's the play you need your receiver to win, and whether or not they have a guy that can win that matchup offensively, we're going to find out here pretty soon.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air on first down. He'll take the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season, and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are...
Oh, he's got some space. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. They'll try to snap it quickly.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now on the move. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Completion to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Now on first down from the 28. Throws it back. He'll pull it down and run. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. On the ground. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he added the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered to get to the football.
Now the play fake. They get enough push, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. And here comes the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Leaves it with the running back. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. He now has 110 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They've got it. First and 10 at the 42. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Quarterback keeps it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done then.
From the gun, give on the inside. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession again. The offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Got it in the middle. It's Cortez. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him! Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback. Right there outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game. But finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Wants to go up top. Right on the money. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They bring the punter onto the field now. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively.
There he goes. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They'll run it here on the jet sweep. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
You want to stop the jet sweep and be successful, get some penetration right now towards those edges, right where they're running the football. Defense was ready, got him on the ground, and stopped that play before it ever got started.
To the ground with the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Wide open downfield. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
That tells tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Gets the back moving. Throws it back. He's going to run it. At the 20, he's got space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Berry. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold on.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Motion from the wideout. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes the catch at the 35. He's got great speed. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage, knocking that ball away and doing it clean? No PI on that one.
They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. Right down the middle. He's got him wide open. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding.
There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's Cortez. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. And here comes the punt team. That leg is staying loose already, the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Wants to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. Back to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Here's a heat. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Wants to bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Here's the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll go right back to the run. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he makes a catch. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. Offense gets set for second down. Oh, a double pass. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. So they'll give up the 15 yards on the pass interference penalty, but that's certainly better than giving up a touchdown in the end zone. The offense knocking on the door, first and goal.
Easy.
Handoff from the gun. He's going for the goal line. And they're in for a touchdown.
And he's in for his third rushing touchdown. College fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. flying out to the left. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Off play action on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Wide receiver going in motion. Holds and fires complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Looking downfield on first down. Looking deep down the right side. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll give it to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to keep this drive alive. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
On the move. And he dances into the end zone for a touchdown. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the sack all the way back at the 5. They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on second down from the 5. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright, and the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
Finds his back in the middle. Breaks into the open. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
A strike downfield. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. Go straight ahead. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Smashes it between the uprights. But wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out.
Roughing the kick. Defense.
This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. They're trying to slam it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They're going to run it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it.
Going for the goal line. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Red pass, it's complete. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Running back searching for a hole. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
You haven't seen that happen too often tonight, taking a loss on a run. This guy's been special. He's been finding ways to get into the second level of this defense, and because of his talent and ability, that's a big reason why they've got the lead right now. You know that's not going to deter them, that last play. They're going to keep handing him the football.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. How impressive has this passing game been today, and it looks as if it's on the verge of carrying them to a top 10 win.
And how about this passing attack? Doing what you want at will against a top 10 team. This is an impressive display, Palmer, earning that early.
He lobs one high down the left side. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And with the extra point, they've pushed the lead out a little further. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
He'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.